Wait, not Mr. Dream Chasers. It can't be. He's now falling off with the music again? Back to back? How do you fall off twice?
You getting bodied by a blogger, nigga?
He continues to go back and forth with blogger academics for being exposed by the public for being a fake gangster and being an undercover bisexual? What?
Looks like we have a real mystery on our hands.
And we gonna figure out what the freak going on, gang.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready?
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuts locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true.
Now, Meek Mill was one of the top rappers in the game at one point. He was compared to artists like Kendrick Lamar, Future, and Drake. But in the recent years, he's been getting headlines for everything but music. Before I get into the Meeky Mousey, Freaky Millie, and Diddy freak-offs talk, I have to start from the beginning and talk about how Meek Mill got himself in this fall-off situation in the first place. The downfall of Meek Mill all started when he dissed Drake and exposed him for having a ghostwriter. And the reason for this was because he thought Drake was dissing him on his own song, The Rico, that Drake was featured on in his verse. Whether or not Drake meant to diss Meek and the lyrics were aimed towards him, Meek Mill didn't take too much liking to those lyrics on his own song. It was referencing him and Nicki Minaj, his girlfriend at the time's relationship. This put Meek in a very uncomfortable and difficult situation though, because Nicki and Drake came up during the Young Money era together and they have like this boy-girl best friend relationship. So he outed Drake on Twitter, letting the world know that he doesn't write his own raps and people need to stop comparing him to someone who doesn't write his own raps, because Meek felt some type of way because he's actually in the stew working and writing all these rhymes. Nowadays, a lot of artists and rappers have ghostwriters and it's not a big deal, but back in 2015, this was a big deal. When everyone found out Drake didn't write his own rhymes, it was like finding out that the girl you've been messing with all these years is actually your cousin. Like, what? This isn't possible. As we know, Drake eventually clapped back to back at Meek with 2 diss songs, Charged Up and the song called Back to Back, referencing the 2 diss songs being back to back. Meek then replied with a diss song of his own, sampling a WWE entrance, and then got a cease and desist from the WWE to take down the song I Wanna Know for the sample that was not cleared, so then he had to remove it from SoundCloud and all streaming services. Even Vince McMahon, CEO of the WWE, knew that shit was trash. Nobody really liked the Meek Mill diss against Drake because he was using a beat that's now well known for a YouTube sound effect meme, and he was putting a bunch of skits and shit in the song, and it just made it trash and pretty cringy and unlistenable.
I just wanna know if you ain't right there running through the 6 shit. Tell us who the folks queen running through the 6 with. Running through the 6 with my walks. Count money, you know how it goes. All the real life I had a baby, and the fake get exposed. Nigga right for you 'cause you know you never did.
This moment right here was the very first stain on Meek Mill's career. While he did expose Drake, no one cared because Drake just made the better song. Fast forward a year and a half later, and the girl that Meek Mill was beefing with Drake over, Nicki Minaj, breaks up with him. The two even have future plans to get married, but after them being in over a 2-year-long relationship of them being on and off arguing, fighting, and in their abusive relationship with Nicki even saying publicly Meek Mill used to beat on her, they finally called it quits when Nicki found out Meek Mill was cheating on her with a boutique owner that Meek Mill paid to help get her business booming. Meek will later on release the album Wins and Losses, and it will go on to sell 102K first week. But then Meek made the biggest mistake of his career.
You were riding around with a motorcycle yesterday?
No, I'm not on a motorcycle.
Yesterday, I didn't say nothing today. Yesterday, you were running around up and down the streets rolling like when I come in? Yesterday, right? I got pictures of you, I got video of you running up and down, right? You're being posted on TV, right?
Today I'm in New York. I just came from a basketball game. I just went on my rights.
Step out.
Philly rapper Meek Mill has just been sentenced to 2 to 4 years in state prison after a judge today found him guilty of violating his probation.
After a fun night of Jimmy Fallon, Meek Mill saw some kids having fun in the streets of New York, doing wheelies, popping wheelies on their four-wheelers and dirt bikes, and he wanted to join them, knowing he was on probation, but he didn't care, so he jumped on them wheelies. Meek making the choice to hop on the bike wasn't even his dumbest decision. You want to know what's the cherry on top of him just being stupid? He filmed himself on Instagram Live doing it. Like, what an idiot. This is one thing I'll never get about my brothers that be in the streets. Like, if you gonna do a crime or do something that you know that is a little bit illegal, don't film the shit, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you, stupid ass nigga? And for someone like Meek Mill to be filming him doing something that violates his probation, with the following Meek Mill has, he just has to be the most unaware person ever. While I do agree he was tried and prosecuted unfairly, that's why you had people like Jay-Z coming out trying to get his ass free. Like, the 4 years for popping willies was crazy, but he was doing a bunch of other shit, like punching someone in the airport who just wanted to take a picture with him and not letting his probation officer know his whereabouts. Like, as a black man in America, you should know that they will arrest you the first chance they get, and this really stunted the growth of Meek Mill's career. Him being locked up stopped him from performing songs from his most recent album that just dropped. He couldn't give out features either, so this really slowed down the growth of him as a hip-hop artist. After being sentenced 4 years, Meek Mill pleaded with the judge, saying, "I am not perfect, I am not human. I asked for mercy, you gave me ladder to do what I have to do to prevail in my struggle. I've made it this far, I can't go back and start over. Got me riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new." But Freak Mill will only spend himself 6 months in the pen. He was locked up on November 6th and wouldn't get out until the next year of April 24th. This is when Meek Mill will enter his peak, because he was getting a bunch of love from the industry. He was back doing features and shows, he was back outside, but even Meek Mill himself said he did not feel like a free man, because even though the Philly rapper did get out on bail, he was still on probation, and he's been on probation since 19 from his drugs and gun charges. So the Philly rapper will team up with his slave master Mike Rubin and start a prison reform movement for other Americans who were unlawfully arrested and prosecuted unfairly just like him. But this one good thing Meek was trying to do, be an activist and fix the justice system, will come back and bite him in the ass later. Meek will later go on to release the album Championships, and it will go on to sell 229K first week. Meek was at his hottest because he just got back cool with Drake. After about 3 years of beef, the two rappers reunite at Drake's OVO Fest tour. Meek goes on to say that they were cool a year prior and squashed the beef then. So Drake was nice enough to give Meek the good old Drizzy stimulus package and gave him a feature on the song now known as Going Bad, boosting Meek Mill's career even more. But on that album, there was a special song, track 5, What's Free, featuring Jay-Z and Rick Ross. And Rick Ross dissed 6ix9ine on that song, saying, "Screaming gang gang, now you wanna rap. La rock. Racketeers and charges, caught him on the top. Looking for a bond, lawyers want a tax. Purple hair got the fat on the back." Leading up to the release of his album, Meek Mill was already dissing 6ix9ine a bunch of times. Shit, the whole industry was. Everyone hated on 6ix9ine for what he done, snitching on his associated gang, the 9 Trey Bloods. Meek Mill definitely did not mess with anyone who snitched or associated themselves with rats. So Meek started a campaign to unfollow and cancel academics because he kept posting and associating himself with 6ix9ine and was friends with the rapper.
They never mentioned me. You got beef with 6ix9ine, nigga. You lost your beef with Drake, that's because of you. You got beef with 6ix9ine, you scared of that nigga because you know how hot he is and you know you're not that hot. But you try to bring it to me, alright, cool. So now every single day when I mention you, it's nothing about some street shit. I'm showing industry shit. You cannot cancel niggas like me who make niggas like you. You can keep thinking and talking the streets, but trust me, the blogs and everybody make niggas like you. You're taking a fucking L. I don't gotta do nothing. Until you cancel me, you're taking a fucking L. And let's add it to the multiple L's you've taken over the years. Drake gave you one, Nicki gave you one, shit, even Nicki's husband gave you one, and here's another one. And 6ix9ine.
Snitch9 definitely handed Meek Mandela an L when he exposed that the CEO of Rock Nation, someone Meek Mill works for, is a snitch herself, and that contradicts what Meek Mill said in his stance on snitches, and that he does not fuck with snitches, but you work for one?
Perez struck a deal with the feds, agreeing to wear a hidden wire to record her meetings with major cocaine traffickers, the cartel. Her undercover informant work won her courtroom praise for federal prosecutors, as does mine, after she helped them break up major drug dealers in Puerto Rico.
6ix9ine one day gets the drop on Meek Mill and catches him out in public, but Meek Mill cowers behind his security and doesn't challenge 6ix9ine to a fight, even though Meek publicly said that he will crush 6ix9ine.
You pussy, nigga. Ain't you with security? This is security? That's security, nigga. You pussy, nigga. Look. Shut up. And you with a cop. You way out, nigga. And look, you tight. And you with police. And you with police, nigga. Look, that nigga's a cop. That nigga's a cop, nigga. You pussy, nigga.
Bitch ass securities bring 6ix9ine over here, huh?
Fucking weirdo.
What y'all trying to get me locked up?
Weirdo.
What y'all weirdos want to get me locked up? You clown ass nigga. Why the fuck y'all even bring that clown over here? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What y'all in trouble? What y'all fight? What y'all trying to
Why
get me in
Meek is
trouble?
pushing around the security and not 6ix9ine, who is literally bitching him on camera, is beyond me. Seems like a pretty punk move to me. Meek Mandela will go on to release his next album that you all probably remember for the very controversial cover it had, Expensive Pain.
Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Look at this bull fucking shit. Look at this shit on the side of a bus. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Is this how you want to be respected? Is this how you want to be respected in life? This is how you want to look? This is how you want to be portrayed? Stand up to this bullshit. I'm from Philly. I actually should support Meek Mill. Little girls can pull up and see this shit. That's her fucking pussy. Let's not mistake him what this pink dot is. Little girls are seeing this.
I listened to this thing, it didn't have any bops on it, only selling 95K first week. A major flop for a star that sold 229K first week with their last album, Championship. And I actually like Meek Mill and his music, but dude really has an identity crisis. One second he's an activist, then the next second he's the top gangster that's going to kill everybody, or he's on Twitter acting like an idiot. Then he wonders why people on the internet are calling him a gay pawn. Like, why does a video like this even exist? This has to be some form of humiliation ritual.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud. Count out loud. Huh?
Future would never. You'll never catch Big Sean doing this weird shit. Lil Uzi would never. Brody is literally doing hops for a white man's entertainment, like he's some kind of circus monkey. Guarantee he wouldn't let someone who's not a millionaire or a black person talk to him like that to his face. And it really doesn't help when your ex-girlfriend is saying this about you.
I ain't gonna say no names, but a lot of these people that y'all want me to be with be fake on the low gay, be mentally and physically and verbally.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. We don't know about that.
Okay. Because I do.
I beg your pardon.
You said what?
Oh, I said I do.
Freak Mill will go on to release his next album with Rick Ross. The two had rumored beef for years, but they would shut down those rumors by working on a collab project together. Rounding up at 30K first week, The Boss and Freak Mill flopped with this one, selling triple bronze, and 50 Cent even called them out on it.
When you sell 31,000 and 9 CDs, I shouldn't talk to you.
They don't know them. I keep asking them about these things. They don't know these things.
We been rich. We still getting money. Them niggas was laughing at my first week sales. They was doing $1 million the first week, and I did 150, 180, and they was laughing, but you smell that salt water,
While
right?
Rick Ross may have gotten the last laugh, this still doesn't change the fact that Meek Mill has still not been selling music ever since his song with Drake. Once he got out of jail and Drake gave him the stimulus package, he just reached his peak with Championships, and he'll probably never reach that height again in his career. Instead of doing another collab with Drake, the boy Freak Mill doing a collab with Diddy.
What's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Yeah, I don't know, not one grown man that be calling another grown man daddy. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I don't think Meek Mill is gay. He might be a little bisexual though. JK, but Brody is definitely a little special ed. He later beefs with academics once again for reporting the news about him and Diddy having an alleged gay relationship when he could have just simply denied it.
You can say he was down to die and you was about to go pull up and do all type of shit. Now this nigga's talking about the streets are dangerous. Meek, you know I've been waiting for your stupid ass to come over here and do some illegal shit that I could put you in your place. He said I'll come come back and forth. I need options. I felt safe in Africa. Here you feel you'll get killed or jailed. Yo, Meek, what happened to you? About to die? You said it all your 5 kids. Yo, Meek was talking so. He said, all my kids. Nigga was sounding like Famous Dex. Frost coming out of his mouth. Oh my kids, I'm about to die to show you them. Gangster rapper, they're only macho and they're only like super masculine when it comes to people within their culture. Put these dudes around a couple white dudes, man. These niggas lower all their inhibitions and they're doing all that bullshit. So of course, somebody like Andrew Schultz says it. Nah, that's kind of funny. When I say it, they're like, yo, bro, I gotta kill you. Like, I'm pissing on your stuff.
You're supposed to be an activist for prison reform. Instead, you're a part of the problem that you're trying to fix. And your music doesn't even reflect your own activism, but instead you want to greenlight people in your own city. And for my suburban children, greenlight means kill.
Play that paperwork up with Diddy. He the only nigga that got paperwork for being gay, nigga. Ain't nobody got paperwork for niggas got paperwork for being rats, all types of shit. He the only nigga got paperwork for being gay. He's a fucking faggot.
That's why he's so angry.
He's a fucking faggot, nigga. If nigga talking about I'm a rat, nigga, where the paperwork at, nigga? Nigga, the fuck is wrong with you? Diddy call that nigga daddy in the pool, nigga. You ain't say, yo, watch your fucking mouth. Don't you say, yeah. You just sat there, nigga.
That
Bitch,
nigga slap this butt too.
Yeah.
Yo, don't say no Cadder no more. Don't say pause. You say no Meek Mill no more.
No Meek Mill, man.
No Meek Mill.
No Meek Mill, man.
No cuz.
This nigga done out here. No Meek Mill. Fuck is wrong with
gangster stuff on here. Like you, come on, bro. You ain't even that. You never been built. Y'all, everybody talking school ball to my son was going on 24th and 5th and Burke. Guaranteed that wasn't that dude.
Bitch ass. Yeah, he ain't do nothing. They ain't got nothing to do with him. All these ass blogs too. All these bitch ass blogs keep trying to take sides too. I don't like that.